Yes, dear students, look at the numerical in front of you, and it is given that 3-point masses M1, M2 and M3 are situated at the vertices of an equilateral triangle of side A. Then what are the coordinates of the center of mass? What are the coordinates of the center of mass of this system? Three masses M1, M2 and M3 is situated. So we have to find out the center of mass of the system. So for this is the xy plane. No, now we have to find out the coordinates of M1, M2 and M3. So coordinates of M1, since it is situated at the origin, then its x-axis and y-axis is 0, 0. Then coordinates of M2, is A0, because this distance is A. And now coordinates of M3, what is the location of M3? Suppose on x-axis it is a by 2 and on y-axis that is root a by 2, because altitude of an equilateral triangle is root 3a by 2. So it will be equal to what? The coordinate of M3 is equal to, along x-axis it is a by 2 and along y-axis it is root 3a by 2. Now what are the coordinates of the center of mass? We have to find the coordinate of center of mass of the given system. Coordinate of center of mass of given system. Center of mass of given system. So for coordinate, x coordinate of center of mass, that is M1 x1 plus M2 x2 plus M3 x3 upon M1 plus M2 plus M3. Clear? Now x1 is 0, x2 is a and x3 is a by 2, and masses are M1, M2 and M3. So it can be written as M1 and x1 is 0, so it is 0 plus M2 into A plus M3 into a by 2, and it is equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3, M1 plus M2 plus M3, and this will be equal to XCM. It is equal to M2A plus M3 A by 2 upon M1 plus M2 plus M3. Similarly, we can calculate YCM. YCM, we can calculate the value of, here I am calculating YCM. Okay, YCM. So YCM is equal to what? M1 Y1 plus M2 Y2 plus M3 Y3 upon M1 plus M2 plus M3, and M1 Y1, the value of Y1 since it is at origin, so M1 into 0 plus M2 into Y2. Y2 is also 0, and M3 into root 3a by 2 upon M1 plus M2 plus m3 and it is equal to root 3 m3 a by 2 into m1 plus m2 plus m3. This is the coordinate YCM for the XCM and YCM for the center of XCM and YCM for the center of mass. Okay students, now we will discuss about the relation between position vector of the particle and center of mass. Relation between position of the particle and center of mass. Okay students, next is relation between position vector and center of mass. A relation between position of the particles and center of mass. So center of mass Ri with the position vector of ith particle and R is the position of the center of mass. Suppose Ri is equal to xi I cap plus yj j cap ith position yi plus zi k cap. This is the position. This is the position of ith. This is the position of ith particle and R is the position of center of mass. R is the position of the center of mass and it is given as xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. This is the position of the position of the center of mass. So position vector for the center of mass center of mass. How can you represent the position vector of center of mass? That is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n mi ri upon summation I is equal to 1 to n mi. I is equal to 1 to m mi. Now center of mass for continuous body system. Center of mass for continuous body system. Center of mass for continuous body system. Center of mass of rigid continuous body. What is the meaning of rigid continuous body? Suppose this is a continuous body and here there is the location of mass. There is a small mass dm, there is a small mass dm we had considered. So xcm can be written as 1 by m integral xi into dm, integral xi into dm. Suppose this location is, so this is, if this is along x axis, then xcm can be 1 by m xi dm. Similarly ycm 1 by m summation yi dm, that is the coordinate of that dm along y axis, and zcm is equal to 1 by m zi into dm. So this is the formula for center of mass for a continuous body system. And if it is at the origin, then if dm is located at origin, then xcm is equal to ycm is equal to zcm, and it is all equal to, this is all equal to 0. Now based on this, we want to calculate the center of mass of uniform thin rod, center of mass for uniform thin rod. We have to calculate the center of mass for uniform thin rod. Center of mass for uniform thin rod we have to find out, and for this, suppose this is the rod and we had considered a small mass dm here, and if L is the total length of the rod, this coordinate is A and this coordinate is B. This coordinate is B, and this distance is dx. The distance, a small distance dx we had supposed, and now this dx is at a distance of x from the origin. This dx is at a distance x, this is y axis and this is x axis, and it is at a distance x from the origin. Okay, now mass element dm, mass element dm, this mass element dm, if we suppose the total mass of the uniform rigid rod is m, then mass element dm is equal to mass per unit length into dm. Mass per unit length, it is the unit mass, m upon L is the unit mass, and it is distance dx. If dm is situated here, then m by L upon dx, sorry, it is m by L upon dx. Now the coordinate of center of mass of the rod from the origin, coordinate of center of mass of the rod from origin, that is, we have to find out xcm comma ycm. xcm comma ycm, we have to find out xcm comma ycm means x coordinate of the center of mass and y coordinate of the center of mass. So 1 upon m xcm is equal to 1 upon m integral 0 to L m upon L dx. 1 upon m upon L x dm, x into dm, x into, this is the x coordinate and here situated dm, so it can be written as x into dm. And if it is x into dm, sorry students, if it is x into dm, so dm we had calculated m upon L into dx, so it is 1 upon m 0 to L x into m upon L into dx, m upon L into dx. Now mass m and L is constant, mass m and L is constant, so it can be taken out, so it will be equal to 1 upon m into m upon L 0 to L x dx, m to m cancel out, and now it becomes what, 1 upon L 0 to L x dx, and it is equal to 1 upon L, that is x square upon 2 0 to L, and it is equal to 1 upon L square upon 2 minus 0 upon 2. Now look here students, it is equal to, where it is located? It is located at position L by 2, means xcm, x coordinate xcm of the continuous reduced body is equal to L by 2 into 0, and ycm is what? Ycm, actually the rod is lying horizontally, the log rod is lying horizontally, so ycm is equal to 0 into 0, ycm, because there is no any vertical, motion. So now dear students, we will discuss about, this is about the continuous rod, center of mass for the continuous rod. Now we are going to discuss about the motion of center of mass, means if a force is applied on the center of mass, then what is the motion of the center of mass? Motion of center of mass. What is the meaning of motion of center of mass? Means if a force is applied on the body and body is moving, then how the center of mass is going to be affected by that force. So we will calculate the motion of the center of mass. Okay, then as we know that the position of the center of mass can be given as m1 r1 plus m2 r2 plus up to so on m and rn upon m. Now it can be written as capital M RCM is equal to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 plus up to so on m and rn. Now differentiating both sides, differentiating both sides, what we will get? Mass is constant, so m d rcm upon differentiating both sides with respect to time plus is equal to m1 d r1 dt plus m2 r2 upon dt plus up to so on mn drn upon dt. And from here m, this is velocity of the center of mass, is equal to mv1 plus m2v2 plus up to so on mn vn. And from here vcm is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2 plus m3v3 plus up to so on m and vn divided by m. So this is the velocity of the center of mass, and in short form we can write it as velocity of center of mass is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n mi vi upon summation I is equal to 1 to n m I is equal to 1 to n mi, and this is the motion of the center of mass. Similarly, the case for acceleration, ACM is equal to ma1 ma2, all these things. Now in the next class we will discuss about the linear momentum for the system of particle and conservation of linear momentum. So thank you for today, students. Have a nice day.